In 1971, a psychology experiment meant to last 2 weeks was shut down after just 6 days because ordinary students began abusing prisoners like real jailers. The experiment took place at Stanford University in the summer of 1971. It was designed by psychologist Philip Zimbardo, who wanted to understand whether brutality in prisons comes from the people inside them or from the system itself. Zimbardo recruited 24 male college students through a newspaper ad. All were screened. They were healthy, educated, and had no criminal background. They were randomly assigned roles. Half became guards, half became prisoners. A mock prison was built in the basement of Stanford's psychology building. Cells were small. There were barred doors, a solitary confinement closet, and constant surveillance. No clocks, no windows. On August 14, 1971, the experiment began. The arrests were staged, but realistic. Local police handcuffed the prisoners at their homes, read them their rights, and transported them to the prison. Neighbors watched. Confusion set in immediately. Inside, prisoners were stripped, deloused, and given smocks with ID numbers. Their names were taken away. Guards were given uniforms, batons, and mirrored sunglasses to prevent eye contact. Zimbardo assumed the role of prison superintendent. Within hours, behavior changed. Guards enforced strict rules. Prisoners were woken in the middle of the night for counts, forced to repeat their numbers, made to do push-ups, humiliated in front of others. On the second day, prisoners rebelled. They barricaded themselves in their cells. Guards responded by blasting them with fire extinguishers, removing mattresses, and isolating leaders in solitary confinement. The abuse escalated. Prisoners were forced to clean toilets with bare hands. Food was withheld. Sleep deprivation became routine. Solitary confinement was used repeatedly. None of this was required by the experiment's rules. Within 36 hours, one prisoner suffered a severe emotional breakdown and was released. Others followed. By day 4, many prisoners were withdrawn and depressed. Some begged to leave, forgetting they could quit at any time. Guards, meanwhile, became increasingly aggressive and confident. One guard, later nicknamed John Wayne, became known for particularly cruel behavior. He later said he was simply playing the role expected of him. Zimbardo did not stop the experiment. As superintendent, he approved punishments. As researcher, he continued collecting data. The roles blurred. The system sustained itself. The experiment was supposed to last 14 days. It ended on day 6. The person who stopped it was Christina Maslach, a graduate student who visited the prison and was shocked by what she saw. She confronted Zimbardo directly. Only then was the experiment terminated. The results shocked the world. Zimbardo concluded that situations and power structures, not personality, drive cruelty. That ordinary people can commit abuse when given authority, permission, and silence. The study became famous and controversial. Later critics revealed ethical failures. Guards were encouraged to be tough. Participants were harmed. Modern psychologists now treat the experiment as a warning, not just about human behavior, but about how easily systems fail. The Stanford Prison Experiment didn't prove people are monsters. It proved how quickly power can create them. When authority goes unchecked, cruelty doesn't need evil intentions. It only needs a role, and no one willing to say stop.